if you guys know this. I've already preached this a little bit, and I want to talk about airbrushes. Let's start with this because that's gonna make a sweet YouTube video. And one thing that I always say is like when you buy like these cheap airbrushes, you can get like two, three, or four of them, and then if something breaks, then you're kind of like not out of an airbrush. You just like take pieces, and as long as it's not the same piece that breaks, you get like a super long uh, longevity to your airbrush. You know, like you add you can just swap pieces and kits. Pieces you just swap pieces from each kit. There we go. That was hard to say. So I changed airbrush recently. I put the Sotar in there, but I figured while I was cleaning up, I found like a bunch of them. I found like a bunch of cheap ones. I probably got more, but this is the parts that I could find. So we got like a bunch of, obviously these look like they've not been tampered with. So these look like brand new needles. And then these three airbrushes here, this one does not have a trigger, but these two do. And then this guy here, I like this one. This one used to be the cheapest one on Amazon Canada, the A-Best, the red one first, and you know, red ones go faster, so you had to get that one. And it does look really brand new, to be honest. So we'll see if we can manage to find. Whoa. All right, so let's see if we can find one that works within all of these things, or if we can like just take pieces from each one and make one that works. So we'll start by removing this thing here. There we go. So these ones are fun. This one here, I'm using one of the adapters, but you don't need the adapter. Camera's having a hard time, eh? Okay. So, but for these ones, you don't need the adapter. This is the correct one. So let's. This one looks like it's the best one because maybe it's just because it's cleaner. Possibly no. It's the inside is like all. This one has no trigger. Maybe. All right. How about we try this big one here? This big red one. I like the red one first. Let's move all of this. Let's try that one. Just see how it is as is, and then we'll see if we need to tamper with pieces. Okay, so there's a needle in there already. Okay. This is. I remember why I don't like it. This one here is the worst because look at the cup here. Look at it. This is just like a tiny little. Like look at how small this is. Like the entryway for paint versus this one here, which is like super large. That's the flaw of this one. That's what I don't like about that one is like the super small entry. So let's maybe not try that one. Stuck on that red. This one has no trigger. With the one with no trigger kind of gets me worried. So let's try that one here. Okay, so let's try that one, and then let's just like. Okay, and then I'm just missing like a screw. So let's take a screw from the other guy here. This one. And hope it fits. It's usually always look at it, it's always the same size for these things. Okay. Let's see how that. Let's give this guy a little test drive over here. Let's move this. Let's see. Oh, look at that. It's like this extra spray here, that means that the nozzle is broken. Spray's kind of like double. It looks. I want to try it now on a mini. It looks like it's working mighty fine actually. Interesting. Let's give it a try here. Let's get some extra miniature. Give me a second. So let's try on this little dead guard here with our like airbrush ready white. So let's see here. So this should spray cleaner for a little bit. Okay. Now we have our paint. I mean, this is spraying pretty good. And the camera's having a hard time focusing on stuff. when it does, like, it's super clean. Let's see. Oh, here we go. We got a little some. Yes, it's really patchy. Oh, look at that! Like we lost it. Interesting. It's really hard to tell what's going on, eh? Alright. Alright, so it worked fine for a couple of seconds and then boom, just like stopped. And this usually when it does this here, this little like specks like this. This is usually because the paint gathers on the outside and that's what you're pushing in. So if I just pull my needle like this and I bring it back, it's gonna do this when I spray. Every single time. That's because it's shooting air that's outside the airbrush. Okay, so that's a nozzle problem because now it's not even shooting in a circle, it's shooting in like a kind of a V shape, right? Like, focus up, buddy. Like you see, it's like a big weird little V shape. It's not like a small circle like we got at the beginning. So that's a nozzle. That's the little cone inside of our airbrush. That's the issue. So this one does not work. We have to change this. So far these pieces are kind of working for us. The only part that's not working is that little screw thingy. So we'll see if we can change it from one of our other airbrushes that we have lying around. So let's remove this part, this little guy here. You see they're all the same. This is the key from the A-Best box. Oops. Ha. So you see these little keys are all the same. This is the one from the A-Best box, the red one. But it's, you know, it's still... Come on. Now this part here, the nozzle and the needles, that's the part that's different from every airbrush. That one is... That one you have a lot less... mixing and matching possible, you know. So you have to use kind of the same brand. So we'll see. I think this one is kind of the same. So hopefully this one works. Oh, this one does not even have one in it. You see, so that's a bummer. All right. Let's see that one here. Oh, this one has one. Looks fine. Cool. Let's try that one. Little key. Come on. When you do that, you have to kind of keep track of what pieces goes where, just so you can like retrace your steps. You never have to kind of guess where you're from or what you do with like the bad pieces. So for example, this well, you can't see it because I moved it way far, but this one here, this little nozzle here, that's the broken one. So I'm keeping it somewhere so that I don't mix it up with like stuff that's working, you know. Whoa. So we'll make sure this is tight like a tiger. There we go. Let's see if this guy works. Come on. Okay. Oh shit. Oh, look at that. It looks like it's working. Come on, focus up, buddy. It's not gonna, is it? Yeah, whatever. We'll get it. Let's see here. Top, and let's try this one. Let's try this one on for size. Alright. So now we are 3 airbrushes in to figure out the parts that work and the parts that don't. But I get a good feeling because we were really close with this try here. Oh. Okay. Oh, we got something right there. Okay, I like what this is doing. Let's try this guy here with paint now, just to see if we get a little bit better. What do we got? Let's go over here. See if we. Okay. So far we're starting exactly like what we did here, like the first couple of tests, and we'll keep doing all these little dots here. Just see. Can we do smaller? Let's try smaller. Okay, let's try it. Can we do smaller? Oh, that's gonna be it's gonna be a tough ask. All right, let's try a big one. Okay. And this is kind of a good test if you're like learning airbrush. This is a good thing that you can try to do, is like just do shit, like control what you're doing. So you can do like teardrop shapes as well. That's a good test. So like starting from this and then just going smaller. So from here is going to be large and then small here. So you see how you kind of fucked up, because now it's not like a good cone, right? This is just like a. But that's because these Chinese one, like the super cheap kind, the one that we're using right now, they're harder to do this correctly because the trigger is really poor. Like it kind of like it sticks. Like you can see like it kind of breaks, and that's where you get the big cut, the big transition here to the small one. That's where like the break happens. Okay, but I think we got like a functioning little airbrush.